Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Farhan Malika, and in this occasion I will tell you about my presentation, which is about isomers of C5H10, or we can call it pentene. In the previous video we've talked about butane, now we will talk about isomers of pentene. Okay, so there are two types of pentene isomers. The first one is aliphatic. As you can see, it forms an open structure because the first point does not meet the end point, so it forms an open structure. The cyclic or closed structure is the exact opposite of the aliphatic, when the first point meets the end point, so it creates a form of closed structure. So there are 6 types of aliphatic isomers that can be formed from pentene. So the first one is 1-pentene, second one is cis-2-pentene. There are 2 types of 2-pentene. The first one is cis, as we can see in here, and the second one, which we will see in the next slide, is trans-2-pentene. They have a little bit difference in their structure. As you can see here, the trans-2-pentene and 2-methyl-1-butene. 2 more from aliphatic isomers, 2-methyl, 2-butene, and then 3-methyl and 1-butene. So let's talk about cyclic structure. In the pentane, there are 7 types of cyclic isomer structure that we can form. You may notice that the name is a little bit more complicated and harder to pronounce. The first one is cyclopentane. Second one is methylcyclopropane. The third one is ethylcyclopropane. As you can see, the cyclo means it's a cyclic structure, and this methylcyclobutane means there is a cyclic structure with butane, 4 carbons, and then there's a methyl, 1 branches from the main structure. And then ethylcyclopropane, same, cyclo means cyclic structure, propane means 3 main carbon, and ethyl means there is a branch that's formed by 2 carbon. The next is dimethylcyclopropane, which means propane, 3 carbon from the main structure, and then cyclo means cyclic structure, dimethyl, which means there are 2 branches formed by 1 carbon. And then there's cis, 1.2 dimethylcyclopropane, and then 1R trans, 1.2 dimethylcyclopropane, and then 1S trans, 1.2 dimethylcyclopropane. I'm sorry. So we can conclude that there are 13 total isomers that we can form from pentane. Thank you. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.